Okay, so I'm excited to be here again. Hello, everyone. From the table of your public health nurse, today you're going to be discussing something really important, something really palatable. So I've missed you all. A few persons reached out to me asking why I've not posted new videos for this now, for maybe for about a week now or so. And so I'm back with something more interesting and something more educating. So my name is Nostella, as you know, your mental and public health nurse. So on today's discourse, resource factor and incompatibility. So to help direct our discourse, I have some couple of questions here written down that you would have loved to ask if you were to interview me. Okay, so number one on my list is, what is resource factor? Have you ever heard about resource factor? If you've heard about it before, what does it mean to you? And what's the implication of being resource positive and resource negative? And what is resource incompatibility? How can it be prevented? How can it be treated? Can it be treated? How can it be treated? All of this will be learned in this discourse or in the course of the discourse. So what is resource incompatibility? Resource incompatibility, resource factor, first of all, when you talk about resource factor, you're referring to a certain protein that is found on the surface of your red blood cell. Like, that's for someone who is resource positive. It's found on the outside of your red blood cell. So an individual who is resource positive has resource or resource antigens, yes, or proteins on the surface of the red blood cell. So you're either resource positive or resource negative. So I did a sketch here. It's a rough sketch just to portray what I'm trying to explain. So you have two cells here. You have resource, this represents resource negative cell, and this represents resource positive cell. So you have those proteins or antigens here represented on the surface of the cells for someone who is resource positive, and here there are no representations on the surface of the cell. So number two, how do you get resource factor? How do you become resource positive or resource negative? From your parents. You inherit them from your parents. So number three questions, what are the common blood types? We have about 8 common blood types. We have A positive and A negative. We have B positive and B negative. We have AB positive and AB negative. We have O positive and O negative. So the next question is, what is the population distribution? The population distribution of resource factor, that people who are resource positive is about 85% worldwide, and about 15% of the remaining population are resource negative individuals. Next one is, does resource factor or resource positive, or an individual with resource positive, is he better than someone with resource negative, or is someone who is resource negative better than an individual who is resource positive? No. Your blood is not superior. If you're resource positive, your blood is not superior to someone who is resource negative. Neither is the blood of someone who is resource negative superior to someone who is resource positive. Your blood is not better in volume or quality than the other if you're either positive or negative. There is no sickness that affects one and doesn't affect one. Okay, so there is no basic health implication if you are resource positive or resource negative. Now, what is resource incompatibility? This is where the real deal is. So because that's where the challenge is. For resource factor, you can be positive or negative. The challenge comes when you have resource incompatibility. That's to say, you're not compatible. Resource negative and resource positive and resource negative individual, their blood get to mix. They are not compatible, and they have their blood come in contact with each other. So what happens next when that happens? So follow me on my next slide, and I'm going to be explaining to you what resource incompatibility means, how it can be prevented, how it can be diagnosed, or how it can be prevented. For now, from me, it's a goodbye. Please watch my next video. God bless you. I love you.